Straight to another CNBC TV exclusive then. Shireen Bhan caught up with R.C. Bhargava, the chairman of Maruti Suzuki, and started off by asking him about the implications of demonetization for Maruti. Here's an assessment of the situation.
There was a temporary blip in the number of footfalls and the number of new bookings. But the latest information I have is that things have started looking up again, and this temporary downward trend is beginning to reverse and things are getting back to normal.
You believe that things are getting back to normal, Mr. Bhargav, but you know, we haven't seen a rate cut coming from the Reserve Bank of India, which was the expectation. Banks, though, are suggesting that they may perhaps still be able to transmit a little bit more. But do you see a significant pickup in demand, or do you believe that confidence, in a sense, has been impacted, and hence 2017, at least the first half, may not necessarily see the kind of pickup that you were hoping for?
No, there's no big pickup yet, but the trend seems to be reversing, and what was happening earlier for the month after the demonetization, that trend seems to be reversing. So I would imagine by the time we get to 2017, the growth will come back to near normal. May not be entirely normal, but it'll be more or less near normal, which means that in 2017, we will not have any problems for lack of demand.
Mr. Bhargav, you know, we've seen most car companies, including Maruti, offer discounts at this point in time. Is this just the year-end phenomena that we usually see, or is this also being driven on account of the cash crunch situation?
No, you see, end of the year, every year, all car companies, including Maruti, want to clear the stocks of cars made in that year, because customers are not very happy buying a car which was made in the previous year. And therefore retail sales in any year in the month of December now tend to be very high. The highest retail sales, in fact, happen in December.
Mr. Bhargav, you know, the other big event that industry is going to be watching out for is the rollout of the GST. Whether it's 1st of April or mid-year, we're not sure as of now, because Parliament is yet to take up the draft legislation in the winter session. But 28%, which is what is expected as far as the rates for small cars are concerned, you know, how do you see that playing out for companies like yours?
28% GST will be more or less price neutral as far as small cars are concerned. And I think there might be a difference of about a percentage or a percentage point something. And if there is a reduction to that extent, then of course we will pass on that reduction to the customers. But we are a little bit worried that there is some possible delay in the rollout of the GST, because I think not only Maruti but all industry is very keen that GST comes as quickly as possible.
So my final question to you, Mr. Bhargav, do you head into 2017 feeling a lot more confident than you did in 2016? A lot more bullish on demand and growth than you did in 2016?
Yes. We are bullish on 17, partly because the Gujarat plant will come into operation and therefore we will start getting more capacity. Partly because I think GST will come during the course of the year, and that will be a distinct plus for industry. So looking at these factors, and I hope the impact of this demonetization and moving to a cashless economy, all of that I think will promote growth and lead us to a stronger economy next year.
Okay, well, that's the top boss at Maruti talking to CNBC TV 18.